Hello everyone and welcome to what is really the first video on the airgunforums.co website's YouTube channel, which we're just going to call the AGF channel for simpleness. My name's Peter, aka Ganton Gunner of the Forum, and to be honest with you all, I've never really done videos before, so you'll have to bear with me. It's all quite new, and I'm not up on any editing, etc. I have thought that if any forum members wish to actually put content up onto the channel themselves, etc. as well to add to it, you're more than welcome to make videos and send them across to me and I'll get them uploaded onto the channel, because the more content the better it is for everyone and people can learn all sorts. So hopefully it's going to be an educational channel. It's not a sponsored channel, so any plugs I do will be purely on their own basis. It's not sponsored and I'd like it to remain that way. I'll start off with one thing. Recently, I think a few of you on the forum have knew that I got a HW recently that needs a stock sorting out, so I thought I'll give a little quick mention about that. This is the stock in question. I'm not sure how well it shows on the camera, but someone's like painted it a browny green colour, and it's like there, it's really quite horrible looking. And drilled all sorts of holes through the bottom. So I'll be able to give an update on this in a couple of weeks, hopefully, or so, maybe 3 weeks. I'm going to get it sent off to Nath92 on the forum and let him work his magic, which I'm sure quite a few of you have done over the time, so you all know it'll come back looking a hell of a lot better. This first video is more of an unboxing video, really. I've recently changed one of my other hobbies, which you all know. I did photography as well, etc., which I've not done much over the last couple of years with, and I moved away from. So after getting rid of my gear, etc., and meeting up with someone from Anglia Tackle and Gun, I will promote them because it's where what I'm about to show is all come from. So that's their little slip and details. I say it's not a promotion as such for them, I'm just literally declaring where the stuff's come from. I have got, first of all, we will go with, and I've never had one of these before, it's a Hawkside Winder 30 SF. It is, on the end, the 8-32 model, by 56 half-mil dot. And literally I've never opened this. It's brand new to me and I've not seen one before. So take the lid off. Now, nice little cleaning cloth it comes with. Manuals and paperwork. Sunshade. Quite light as well. It's not a heavy sunshade, so that's quite nice, because I've mainly shot FT over the years and always been big, bulky, heavy sunshades, and that really isn't. So that's quite nice, that. The scope itself. Oh, and another packet underneath. Side wheel. Quick little look at the side wheel. Oh, paperwork. Move box out the way. Nicely machined side wheel, plenty light enough, looks reasonably good quality. It's got nailed edges, which will be nice for gripping for turning, and has range marks on, which hopefully are relatively accurate, but I suppose it doesn't really matter too much at the high end, just mainly the lower end, sort of like 10 to 50 sort of yards, maybe a little bit further. Right, let's take the scope out of the bag. Right, well, one little downside for me as I've just opened it up is it comes with bikini covers. I'm not really a fan of them. Some people maybe do like them, but for me, I prefer locking caps. I'll probably see if I can get some flip caps for it. I'll sit them to one side. So I'll just move this lot off the table back into the box. Let me just sit that over there. First impressions, it's a decent weight to it, seems a nice quality. The fast eye focus is nice, moves smooth enough. And the zoom lever's smooth. It's got a bit of stiffness to it. Oh, it's easing up already though, so yeah, I think it's just because literally it's brand new and never turned. But yeah, that's not actually bad. That moves quite nicely. Feels good, positive. Right, let's have a look at the Arkins. Obviously we've got illuminated, which, let's have a quick look. Right. Ah, right, yeah. It's on off on every click. So it's on off, takes it up higher and brighter. Let me just turn that back on, have a look at. Oh, the reticle looks alright. It's got plenty of nice, sort of like a Christmas tree sort of reticle. But yeah, it looks quite a nice reticle. Right, well, okay, the clips, these are, yep, pop-up clips. Lift your cap for adjusting your clicks. Positive clicks, you can easily feel them, there's no worries about that. You can feel every click perfectly fine. Top, exactly the same, and that's a nice little touch. It's got in turns. I don't know if you can see that there. So you get your little screen so you can see where you're at with your turns. So you can see if you've gone out of turn or not, which is a nice little feature. I quite like that. That's going to be a nice scope on the new gun. Does seem a nice bit. Let me just focus it down 1 second and have a quick look out the window. Oh, it's nice and bright and clear. Yeah, that is. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking through a window at the hedge opposite, and it is nice, clear, bright, and it's a dismal day. Actually looks brighter through the scope than it does not through it. Yeah, that actually is quite nice. That is nice glass. I look forward to using that and setting that up in a bit. To go with it, I've got a set of the Hawk tactical ring mounts. We'll just pop the packet open. Is it? Oh, it is. Yes, straight open. Comes with a couple of Allen keys. I correct myself. It's Torx drives. That's actually quite good. That. So no slipping really with them. 3 mounts on the top of them rather than the usual 2, so they should be quite solid, and it does feel a good solid mount. These are the 9 to 11mm specific ones, and they're extra high, just to give plenty of room, etc. But they do seem to be really well made. Not used these particular mounts before, with the triple screws on the top. So I look forward to trying them out shortly as well and seeing how they go. This will all be going together for what I'm about to open up, which is the main thing I've just got. So we shall grab out the new toy and see what it is. Right, comes in a really nice solid case. Good clips. Oh yeah, lift up and fold over clips. I've actually not opened this up yet. So right, yeah. How did he clip that up? They're nice clips. They do actually nice clips on that. The clips, yeah, pull out, lift up, and fold back. Locking clip in the middle. Is that a push button? Yeah, push button and just fold back. So really quite simple. And I'm assuming obviously you'll be able to set the pin number to whatever you want, just for a bit of extra security. And yes, if you've not managed to see the badge so far, it is a fine work bow. Hope I pronounced that correctly. I suppose everyone has their own choices. And here is the new item. It comes with a nice little box. Not sure what's in this, so let's have a look. Sorry, I'm staring at the gun, it's the first time I've seen it. Right, fill adapter. Bag with a spring and a little cover screw in. Leg spring, right, it's for conversion. So if you, that's actually quite good. So if you want to convert it to right-handed to left-handed, you can convert the cocking lever over from one side to the other. That's a nice little kit, that, to give you the ability to do that. A couple more Allen keys and a knurled cap for something with a couple of holes. I'm not sure, that could be for the cylinder for depressurising, etc. Little flat-headed screwdriver and a little Allen key on the back with a ball head. Now this is actually good because they are actually Weir, which are a decent make of gear. So yeah, it's better than a bit of cheap rubbish being thrown in. They've actually put in some nice little tools to use with it. So just pop them back in there. Close that up a second. Right, this is manuals. That's a serial number and a test report thing from the factory. It's original grouping. Oh, that's, yeah, well, that's a grouping. So really quite good. So not sure what range they've done it at, but it is, if you saw by that, it's the 800 FT. So nice manual with it. I'm sure I'll have to have a little read of that in a bit, see what's what. And some more for an app, etc. with Firework Bow and details about the cylinder, etc. So it's a good little bit of paperwork. I'll have to have a little look through there. Oh, and that's paperwork for the case. That's instructions, I guess, on how to change the lock, etc. So that's really nice that they've actually included that with it as well, the case instructions. So let's take it out. This is genuinely my first time seeing this, and I did not realise it actually comes with a rail on it, which is an absolute massive bonus for me. It seems really nice. I'm going to have a quick little turn around. You can see the other side. Now the cocking lever on these, I believe, is an actual lever backwards. Yeah, so I've not used one of these style cocking levers before. Obviously had the bolt at the back and the side lever as usual, or the biathlon, but on this you actually lift it up to take it back and cock it. I'm not going to fully cock it at the minute, but we'll just leave that be. But that is a really nice action on it. That's really quite nice. Plenty of room to get the pellet in. Might be a bit tight for really fat fingers, but I think really, that, to be fair, that should be easy enough. To be fair, I have to do it left-handed because I'm actually ambidextrous, so I can shoot either. So lock on the side, safety. Everything's adjustable on this as far as I'm aware, so I can turn that there with my hands and slide the bottom bit of the rail about. I can turn that and I can slide that rail backwards and forwards, so I guess I can pull it back to there, and then I can loosen that and pull that one even further back and nip it up a little bit further and step it, etc. I would assume there'll be a limit on how far you can step it, but as long as you make sure it's seated the majority, and I would believe it would be okay. And then I can change underneath the actual positions of the hamster on that as well, so you can have it move right back or further forwards. Nice adjustable trigger. Right, you've got one knurled piece there, and a knurled there for adjusting the trigger. Now I'm not sure which is first and second stage. I'll have to have a little read up on that and check. But yeah, that looks quite nice. It doesn't look like, if that's it, yeah, that definitely looks to be the stages for the trigger. So it looks like for setting the trigger up, I can literally just do it with these knurled knobs, which yes, I can turn easily. Yeah, they turn really nice and easy. So that could be a really easy trigger for adjusting and setting up. It's nice really looking at this that I don't have to use an Allen key for very much. It looks like these are all adjusters to, yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I thought I was going to have to actually slide that up, but no, you just loosen off the top cap and then you can literally just turn that. So I guess it's an Allen key originally, just to get your preferred tilt, etc. on the cheek piece and move it forwards. But once there, you can just loosen that cover nut there, and it frees up that nut behind, so you can move it up and down with the rear nut. So let's put that back down and lock it off, and I'm going to assume then this is exactly the same for the butt hook. And yep, exactly the same for butt hook. So you loosen off the top cover and then you can move it in and out. Does feel nice in the shoulder. Obviously, you've got the bottom section, which is designed for FT. It's got a nail that's probably for putting extra sections, or if you buy extra sections, you unscrew that and put more on. You'd loosen that off and turn it back for going underneath your arm for FT shooting, or just stand shooting, etc. I guess if you're doing a bit of garden plinking, etc., and it's not for HFT. And then I would believe for HFT, you'd probably just take that bottom bolt off there, drop this out, which might end up being what I'm going to do, because I'm not sure how much FT I'm going to do anymore, to be honest with you. So I'll probably might end up, I'll keep the bottom hook, but I might be taking that off quite shortly to try it out and see how it all goes. I'll have to have a look at this in a bit, because it looks like I can loosen that there as well, and that allows me to tilt the back end. So this whole hook will tilt at the back, so you can set it where you want it. I'll just nip that back up so it's just not loose. Yeah, that's solid again now. That really does tighten up quite easy. Oh, and there we go. I've just noticed that, because obviously it's all new to me. I've never had it and I've not opened it before. You've got an adjuster there, so if you loosen that off, you can actually turn the back end of the gun, so you can move it to a more suited position. I'm sure I'll find out more bits as we go along with it. I've got a few pellets to try out. I don't think I'm going to get it in this case with the actual scope on. Oh, actually, yeah, I probably would be able to, because the base is a quick adjust, so I'll probably be able to just slide that straight off, and yeah, I will be able to easily keep that in the case with the scope on. I'll just slide that off and sit that separate in the case like that, and it'll fit the scope in, so that's quite nice actually. I didn't realise I'd be able to do that. I thought with a scope on, so often you get the guns that come in the cases, but as soon as you put a scope on, you can never fit them back in the case. So that's really quite nice. I'm pleased about that. So I won't necessarily have to get a bag and keep this in a hard case, and I'll tighten that up the other way. I'll get used to it a couple of times, but there we go. Well, I do look forward to trying that out. I got a selection of pellets as well to go with it, to try out and see how it does. So I've got various pellets. I have a couple more upstairs as well, but these are what I actually got from Anglia Tackle and Gun to try out with it. So I've got, as some of you know, various dyes of JSB Exact. Is supplying me with 4 different dyes. So I can try out a few different dyes and see if it prefers, because a lot of you will probably be aware, or at least in my opinion, the dye matters more than anything. I ignore the head sizes. I mean, taking lead to tolerances of that much is, to me, ridiculous. It doesn't happen. But the dye, yes, the die cast does affect it, because they're slightly shaped differently, and different guns prefer slightly differently shaped pellets. So I've often found over the years shooting FT, if I found a good dye set, like I ran on dye 8 for a while, I literally bought as many of that dye as I could at the time, but you have to check the full manufacturer code to match. Well, apart from that, I've got some Diablo match off him to try out, H&N Field Target Trophy, some of the Exact RS Diablo, and some of the Express Diablo. So I'm going to sort out having a little test with these as soon as I get a chance in the garden, but at the minute it's a bit dismal, and I'm going to do a little video at some point, hopefully, of my workshop. Ideally, I'd like to get it done before the weekend. My workshop is an absolute mess. It's mainly set up as a wood workshop, but I have bits and pieces in there. But I need to change it round for the weekend, because I've got a new thing coming to go in it, and I need to take something out. So I really need to have a tidy up, and I'll try and get a video before I do that, to show you what it's like at present. I mean, I've got a doll's house in there for me granddaughter at the minute, which is getting some work done on it and stuff, but hopefully I'll be able to show you it, and then show you what I get at the weekend, and get it sat in there, and hopefully learn how to use it. I think that's pretty much it for today. I think I'm gonna actually have a look at them A3 targets that Premier Targets is doing on the forum. The new people on there, I'm gonna get some of their targets and try them out, I think, because the A3 should be nice for trying this out on. I can put up a big board and have a shoot away, and A3 will fit nice on my backstop, which is actually a big lead sheet. Well, it's lead set into a base, so it's a really good solid backstop. I've even had 2.2 live rounds fired at it, and they do not touch it, they just sit in it. And if you can fire a 2.2 live round into a backstop at 30 yard away, you've not got really much issue firing an air rifle at it. So I think that's it for today. Like I've said, I hope you've enjoyed the content. I know it's not really much, it's just a box opening and a little discussion through what my thoughts are on first impressions. I'm not here to big up any new things or slag them off. I will take everything on its own merit. And hopefully I will get some more content soon. And as I've said, I would really love it for some of the members if they want to do some content and send it across to me, and we can put it up on the channel as well. As long as when you do the video, obviously you mention it's the Airgun Foreman or AGF, whichever you prefer. I think that's still got to be really decided on an intro title. Not sure what the best way with that yet, but I'm sure we'll get there, and I hope you all enjoyed it and come back for more as we go along. I'll see you all later, and I'll see you on the forum. Thank you very much.